that should be updated. It's okay, should be updated. And then I'm going to open the chat here, which is, I'm looking for, there it is. This on the side here. Everything good, everything good. This is some notes on title. Qualified. Oh yeah, so these guys are asking questions which are obviously, personal, which they shouldn't ask about. Anyways, there's been a lot of other diversions since then. I'm still working on security for this, and yeah, this was a lot of word analysis from parties and entities that are actually also going to be integrated in designs in relation to those inventory programs and the value of those inventory programs and the cost related to the loss intended to be created from other parties in regards to this. So this was here, which I'm going to verify on my system, a DBase 3 Plus here program, which was written, this is the second edition programming, obviously. It's from Robert A. Ray, and it had IBM 5.25-inch discs, which were stolen from me right here. And it would be pretty hard to get those discs back, obviously. Although I do, what I have is, I'm not sure what those were. I believe those were only exercise. They're not, I'm not sure, I believe they were probably including some kind of compiler and all this. But I don't think that they had the all DBase 3 Plus program anyways, but I bought the actual DBase 3 Plus. I believe this disk was designed to be working with the DBase 3 Plus program, which was installed on the computer. But later I managed to get it for like $20 or $35. And then this company was actually closed down. It was owned by Ashton Tate, and I believe it was bought by Borland, which they made their own version of DBase 3. DBase Borland was called, or DBase 3 Plus Borland. And then Borland later on discontinued this. I have a list of other program here. So this is dedicated to Barb. Yeah, here we have the ISBN number. I won't go through the rest of this, but yeah, most of it. Where is it here? Yeah, ISBN 08783547886, and so. There's quite a lot here. Do I have an overview? No, I don't. So it says here an overview, DBase 3 Plus environment. So there's quite a few pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, chapter 12, 13, 15, advanced topic, networking, file transfer. So this also, this is good for transferring, including money, and for client transaction in an accounting program. Security administration, like if somebody is trying to cause fraud and forfeit intellectual property for the program, compilers, speedy alternative. But anyways, this have to be done separately because the company obviously they sold their rights. There was other security issues related to this. They're trying to make it seem to be not worth it by investing other rights and so on. So we're gonna have to apply for a patent against those guys, but obviously, you know, I want them to fight really because they've been attacking me for so many years. Like I have no use at all to let them get away. So this is some of the format contents of DBase 3 Plus package. The one that I have is a full box. Actually, I'll bring it home next time. But it doesn't work on this Windows 10. Obviously, I run it on the 386, and I loaded it on the program. Everything works actually, and I can run it on different system. Anyways, that's not what I'm concerned. I have two things actually. Let's fix this first. Yeah, that. That's a lot of cheese. But sometimes what happens is it's not ready, but now it cooked through. Yeah, everything seems good. This is actual mozzarella cheese, and I have parsley and cayenne pepper with onions. It really makes it tastes like onion soup. So there's two parts of the work that I've done on this, and then like I've seen somebody with a Charles Cole business jacket that's from, I graduated in 1992, and his was from 1993 or 1994, I believe, and it's a quote from the school. Anyways, I never saw it before. I can't believe why. So this is, okay, I have a copy of it. This is my original. This is a photocopy that I've done on my own work. Obviously, I can do a description of it. The Copyright Office told me they were not going to be registering the copyright for my schoolwork. Well, I have news for them about that because I'm obviously I'm willing to register copyright of their email, actually emailing me that, because they're trying to steal my schoolwork, actually the intellectual property of my work. And so yes, I am moving out of our country. I'm not gonna have it. I don't want my kids to go to their school and get their work stolen from them, you know, and then after that trying to make it seem like if it's okay and all the other kind of problem they're gonna cause, which is intellectual property. And I'm also gonna go in an international law school for that as well, so that I can also help to protect the right of the person that we want to be creating vulnerabilities about in regards to those systems, let's say. Maybe they're going to change, they want those rights to be changed into some things that are not right. That's their own business. Let's see what's going to happen after that. Maybe they're going to have better reason not to find it right to them, but they're probably gonna deserve it if they were looking for it. Ask, ask and you shall receive. Even if you don't hack it. Yeah. So this is yeah, that's an inventory program. It's a structure chart for an inventory program, and it starts. It's just very simple. It's a main control inventory, which has a password validation, which is a security routine, which could be different than a password validation, obviously, but it's just to verify security, whether it's identification or whatever other security is required. That's directly related to the security of an inventory program. And there's master menu control, which is not security, but rather the logistic for the whole inventory program. So once the security is done, once the security is good, all the logistic is going to work. If there's a problem with the security, it is going to be interfering with the logistic, obviously, that's directly related. That's an update for the security. That's where my work is now. Most of it is going into security. There was so much attack against the logistic of the simple inventory program. At this point I was gonna order some infrared device from Radio Shack, and there was logistics attacking the system there. They sold the company and all this. They sold action tape. Everything is related. Product update product file submenu. So this is when you have, what is this about? Add, delete, and change, and otherwise. So that's 4 case for the update production file submenu. So this is a file of products. You have all the products that you have in the inventory goes into that file. It's a product file, not a production file, but a product file. We don't do production. This is not an inventory program for production, although it can be obviously integrated into that, and then we would probably just use another file. But what we do for this system here, we have a transaction file, which is post. It's hard for me to see it because the camera is in the way. Yeah, post transaction to product file. So we have a product file, and then yeah, the product file is the same file in the update product file submenu, and post transaction to product file is a different menu, although it's the same file. They both work on the same product file, which is called prod file. And this is the menu for post transaction. So this is just the code that I use to separate the actual procedures that are done for that actual post transaction, which are actually the sales, such as sales in an inventory program, or other code, or other, could be account file, or in this case, like now they're using big data, which they want to have, those credit card systems that were going to be used for this actually built database, which they're currently having buyer. I don't know who's deciding to team up to make some kind of exchange money, and I'm trying to control, because they're sharing other controls that they already had before. They want to keep control and trying to be abusing it, and I have to bring it up to, it's called the antitrust courts. And well, goods received. So these are for the products that are actually received that are not from sales. So that would be like account receivable. Let's say a company buys property, or they receive items for sale that they're not going to be charged for until they're sold, because the items that are not sold, that are stored in inventory, are stored there for free without charge, and we don't have to pay. If we don't sell them, that's it. You just return them, and that's it. Otherwise, so let's say, well, are we going to buy it for ourselves, or somebody else is giving it to us? What about the sales? The sales are canceled, or everything else would go in there anyways. So go in sale, and then we'll have another record for the different kind of sale, different detail about that sale. And then the same thing for add a product file. So when you add, delete, and change. So this is for inventory procedures that are done without sales. If it's a sale, it's not going to be added to the inventory. It's not going to be deleted to the inventory. It's not going to be changed. So let's say we have we decide to move an inventory from one warehouse to another, or there's another company that wants to give us the inventory. So this would go under add or goods received and delete. So this is for actual removal of inventory. Let's say we've got to get rid of some inventory, so we delete them. Change. So this is, what if there's an error with the inventory program? There's something inaccurate. We'll have to fix it. So we're going to have to keep a record of it to know what's going on with this. How come there's an error there? What is causing those changes to occur, and so on, you know? And then otherwise, of course, those for the update of the product file. So this could go in for the both transaction, post-transaction. It could be an update in the product file. So this is for the transaction, is for the accounting, obviously, because we want to keep track of all the money that goes in and flows in and out of the business, and to use it for the tax, because we can integrate a tax program with it, and also we can integrate, you know, electronic data transfer system for both like PayPal or any other system. We can even have our own at this point. Like, we don't really have to wait until Bitcoin comes out many years later that with pretty good privacy. Print product file. Well, this is the output. It's print product file here. Yeah, number 3. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Okay. So this is for it's an offline record of the information that's stored electronically online, and that when you turn off the computer offline, the data remains in electronic system storage, even though it's offline, but it's not a hard copy offline. It's what's called electronic offline storage, because the computer's turned offline, right? And then change existing password. This is for the security protocol. This one is hard to see. It's over here because I cannot see. Oh, there's gonna be a way I can tell. Well, we'll need 2 screens. I can have split screen. But anyway, anyways, I can see from here. Yeah, there. Okay, now I can see. So change existing password and password validation, and then enter new password. So this is for the new password, because if you change the password and let's say you don't enter during the password validation, you don't enter a new password, is the old password still gonna work? Maybe, maybe not. So who's to know that? You know, what if it works one time and then another time it doesn't work? And then there's the test. They're gonna test. Everything has to be tested on different computer, because like here the teacher writes, I added B1000 to products and I could not sell it. Record not on file. So then I fixed that. I proved that the teacher was wrong. So there was something going on in her system that would not allow her to sell it, but she didn't do the proper procedure to actually try to sell it. So for that to sell, yeah, she had it. So somebody puts the inventory instead of goods received, right? She puts the inventory in the product file, so it's in an inventory, even though, you know, the way that it was received should be there. It's not there. It's okay. It's still recorded, managed to function anyways. There's different ways to receive it. Obviously, if we receive it by buying it, we're gonna have a cost that is also for tax. Anyway, somebody put it in there, so record not on file. Then they solve it. They manage to sell it. Printing should not appear. Printing should not appear on the screen. Choice 3. So I did actually. When you print with this program, you see the printing that goes off to your printer on the screen. So I wanted that was also fixed, because how are you gonna tell what's gonna print if you don't see it on the screen? Like, it's gonna print, the printer is not working, you have a code that shows your printer is not working, but what are you gonna print? Like, what's the problem with the display of the printing? And then I liked the screen, and she said she liked the screen. Well, I worked very hard on that back then. Actually, I could still make a lot more work, but anyways. So I had 80% on the first review from the teacher, and I was upgraded 95%. No, so 95% was my average for, 95% was my average for the whole programming course, the whole system analysis and computer programming course. And for the system analysis, I was upgraded to 99%. So obviously, and I did 2 other languages, actually, the COBOL and C++, and also it's a student COBOL version, and then GW Basic, which is a GW Basic is a tutorial. It's like a student version. It's to learn. So here's the teacher's name, is Barbara Kasperczyk, which is Polish, and she was older than me. So here's the points, 25 points for this is project A, program listing. Then I don't think I have the rest, but this is only a copy of it anyway. This is not the original. So those sheets are not linked. My other one, all the sheets are not separated. Everything is, or maybe, yeah, maybe they were cut. So I don't see the rest. There's so many sheets. Like, this is page 14, right? And there's even a scratch on page 15. Then there's some error I noticed. No need for mlock. So there's some notes that then it was fixed, that I found out why I was right. So it's very hard for the teacher. Oh yeah, okay, so this is good. I took separate photos of those as well. This is the main control. So this set environment variable, initialize the variable, do password validation, then if password valid, do master menu control, and then set environment, clear all and exit. So this is how the program ends, because you can actually turn it off. Like, this is not just computer turn off. Initialize this password validation. So this is how the password system is actually working. This is the actual internal logic for the security. So this can be changed, obviously, but this is how the system was actually operating. So let's say you have a problem with the security, then you can use that to fix it, or to upgrade it, or whatever, to fix the problem. Master menu program. So let's say, yeah, this is also valid for discrimination in regards to employment for, the intellectual property for the inventory program, and obviously criminal record. If somebody's going to try to do fraud and try to be incriminating the person that does the intellectual property, to try to discredit them, to try to steal their intellectual property, and this is all part of the inventory program. So whatever organized crime, acts of war are going to go in there, and they better watch out. Master menu program, initialize variables. So dual choice is different than 5. Display master menu, reinitialize mchoice. So this is the one she's telling me that mchoice is not necessary, but I use that because this has to be reinitialized. The reason was that if somebody leaves it to the last choice is going to come back, and this is not what we want. I didn't want to have automatically the previous choice to be set inside the computer, you had to redo another input. There was no risk for error by just clicking too many times and so on like that. Like, I'm not gonna fuck around to get somebody else to come in and steal the program and try to be infiltrated in the system and other interference without being able to detect them and so on. Reinitialize M choices. I don't like people coming and try to steal my code from my computer when I'm working as, yeah, well, they can go and fuck themselves. Get M choice. Because what happens is they want to sell the, then they go and they present their code to the teacher, which gives them the grade. But they do nothing. They come in and they steal somebody else's code during the course. These guys are fucking thief. Make me pay for them. Think I'm gonna be giving it to them? They can go to hell. Yeah, I'll go after them after that. It's not gonna be very hard for me. They're gonna try to do that to other people, obviously. Read them choice. So this is the menu choice. You get it, this input, then read it. That's the procedure. It's a parallelograms input. Display master menu screen. It's the output. Okay, then okay, update product file submenu. This is the same thing we had our beginning. Exit confirmation, and then otherwise say say error message. So because there's a way to do error. Say get exit confirmation. So this is because that one was not in the previous menu. We had 4, and in fact there's 5. So yeah, this is from here. I had 4 and then I put 5. So the other one is there. Obviously it goes in the first structure chart, but it's not there. So nobody's perfect. I'm just saying I'm not perfect, but I can fix it. Update product file. So by the way, you can load a chess program into that. That's not very complicated, you know. With enough hardware, we could beat the best program. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Update program. So there's a good question. How much would it cost to pay? What's the guy's name? Jesus Christ, I'm so tired. Yeah, Magnus Carlsen. Is it Carlsen? I think so. Right? I can't spell. Just too tired. I'm working tomorrow. I can't even spell his last name. It is Carlsen. So yes, how much would I have to pay him to actually, fix the program? Anyways, we'll be able to do more later. I'm not going to go through everything tonight because I'm going to work, and this is for my work. Okay, so update product file. Yes, initialize variables and open files. This is a procedure. Then there's a decision box. Do while the product number different than -1. Okay, so if it is different than -1, reinitialize variables. Display update product file screen and get product number. So this is an output, so this is the display screen, right? And everything is nice. I mean, my program was very simple. The screen, the steps were very simple. You knew what was going to get displayed, you knew how it worked, there's no risk of error or anything like that. The output is easy to read, it's easy to verify, and so obviously we could have updated it, but I didn't need to have some kind of Excel spreadsheet or somebody else's code they wanted to sell me and discredit me and my right and be paranoid about all kind of other bullshit crap. Like indelibly try to be misrepresenting my work to paranoid even more, and so yeah, we gotta get another health insurance somewhere else. With another military intelligence, obviously. Display update product file. Yeah, I didn't work in Hasbro for no good reason. Read product number. So you input the product number, you read it. If product number different than -1. No, and if. And it goes back, no, close all file. Return. There's a return. Okay, so do while not so do while not select valid. I'm not sure exactly what this is. It's over here, yeah. This one there. Do while not select valid, or do while not valid select. Anyways, bottom is yes, and then that's it, I guess. Yeah, it's either yes or no. If no, it's to the left here, back to the top of the menu. So reinitialize, MP select. I don't know what's MP select, but it could be menu, product selection. Say get MP select, so this is an input, and then read MP select. So oh yeah, this is it. This is just for the first menu. Add record. So those are the product number you need from there. You delete the product number, you add the product number. This is for a new product. So this is very important, because the transaction file, you have a goods received, but you will not be able to have a goods received if there's no product inside the database. So for you to be able to have the good received, like in a receivable, you buy the product or somebody else sent it to you, you have to first of all add the product to your database, and then for you to do that you have to have the record. So you have the record is the product number, right? So that goes in your database, and then you have the list of what that product number is, like whether it's a specific type of product or service or whatever. It could be an event, it could be a record, or like audio record or anything else. So then, okay, you have a record. Now, are you going to sell it? Are you going to buy it? Let's say you don't. Let's say there's a change of that record. So the product number changed, you change the product number. The same item, you change the item, the same product number, you change it there too. You have a date of the change, you have the change description, how's it change. Anyways, we don't have to worry about that. Otherwise, what happened here? Somebody blew up the inventory program. Somebody steal the inventory program. The court bring the inventory program to court, and they seek to forfeit the inventory program. This is otherwise. Fucking right. Ain't going nowhere. MP select otherwise. This guy is gonna try to put illegal code and then blame me for it. Like, I'm not gonna be able to use my program to detect it. These guys are fucking already robbed me of the fucking work that I did. The hell with them. You can load this in a jet fighter, it will work better than that, you know? These guys aren't coming back. Display error message. Oh yeah, there's an error, look at that. What's it gonna say? Ah, you shouldn't have done it. I was just you sorry. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. It's okay, yes. Say change product number, get okay. Okay, change the product number. Read okay. So that's not to change the record. To change a record is to change a name or some other detail about that record. So those add, update the product file, add a product, delete the product. Those are for records only. So it's not for the actual product number. Product number, it would be otherwise. You can change the product number in otherwise. Okay, we'll continue here. The rest is all the code here. Like, look at this. We check here. I'm going to read it. To change your existing password, You will have 3 chances to enter your current valid password properly, or at least once to continue, after which you will be asked to enter your new password twice to verify the integrity of the new password. So the Bitcoin uses something like that, right? It gives you 3 chances, and then after that it locks your actual account. If you cannot, if you cannot get it, you can't get it back. It just locks you out. And this is not good, because these guys, like, this is the $15. What? You gonna steal money from me like that? Fuck you. I'm gonna charge you for it. I don't care if you have trillions. The previous password, warning. The previous password, yeah, there's a warning here. The previous password will not give you any further access to the inventory. There's an error. Oh, program. It says program instead of program, so there's a typo there. Only the new one will. So anyways, yeah, you can't reuse your old password. So the thing is, it was a glitch. The old password was still in there. If you re-enter your old password, you could still get in. And in fact, some programs still do that. That's not very good, but it happens. Well, anyways, you might find out. It should not. You could, but it should not. Main control. So here, I just lost the staple. Okay, we're gonna continue like this. I'll fix it back later. I have a stapler in here. I just staple them out later. Yeah, this is post transaction. Okay, let's see. Post transaction product file. Initialize variable. Do one product number different than -1. Initialize variable and select product file. Display transaction screen and get product number. Read product number. If product number different than 1. Again, seek product number. So he looks in the database, right, for the product number, because this is for the transaction screen. If not found, say record not found. No, store product number field, file field to variable. So that product number goes to a variable. Display product file field. So that is a field. It's going to display the product file. And then do while select not valid. Okay, if the selection is not valid from there, it goes back to the same record not found. It goes back to no, and then end do while. It goes back to the beginning of the initialize variable, select product file, and get the product number. Okay, so if there's an error, then initialize empty select. Transaction selection, say get empty select, read empty select. So this is the transaction selection, sale, goods received, empty select otherwise. So this is at the bottom here. I went through all this. Yeah, this is at the bottom here. Yeah, these 3 here. Sale, goods received. Anyways, the camera is never good. Maybe I can adjust it a little bit. Oh yeah. Makes it so hard. Oh, there we go. I got it a little bit better. Sale, goods received, empty, select otherwise. And then close all file, return. And here empty select otherwise, display our message. Okay. See, change product number, get okay. read OK. If OK, empty select equal valid, then return. So this returns to the otherwise, which ends end case, end do, while select. Yeah, it goes back to reinitialize empty select. This is for the menu, right? So this is just to initialize the menu. Okay, that's it. Then print product file, and then now I have the display. So this nice screen here. That's just the display error message. Initialize variable and open files. So these are all the files. There's two files, right? Transaction and so you can print the product file and the transaction files. And the transaction files, you need it because this is what you're going to do to be able to track back your transaction. Let's say there's a record missing, or this guy wants to verify something. Well, how are you going to get that? Your computer's not working. You need those records. You have to look into the half-line records, which are printouts, and then that's it. Display print submenu, get selection, read selection, print by product number, print by product name, otherwise, and print select. So there's two form of printout. They can be listed by product number, which is a different product name. Report form to print, so it can be more than one form, but anyways. Then print by name. So this would be listed either in alphabetical order or different kind of order for the name. Print by name, set order to 2, report form to print, and then otherwise. So that's it. And close all file. Well, you know, it's not valid. Change existing password. So display screen. So it's very simple. It's not a complicated program. Everything has to work. There's no error. There's no risk of error. Everything has been taken care of. Add a level 4 display and screen. Seek product number. So this is why, like, the reliability is not going to come from other people. I'm not expecting them to give me reliability. It's not where my program strength is coming from. It's not where it's expected to be coming from. The integrity is inside the program itself, and the reliability comes from the program itself. It doesn't have to be from somebody else, or somebody else is going to be trying to be interfering against the integrity or reliability of the person actually creating the program, which is intended for somebody else to be actually coding it, and so on, because, well, it's none of their business. And if they tried, and they would be detected, and they would be held responsible for trying to do that, and that's it. You know? They might not find it friendly. It might not have to be friendly, and they might be violating other people's right if they're trying to do that to other people as well as me, and so on. Because I need some kind of way to detect it, and the intelligence that I virtually get in the duty to program this, you know, didn't want those entities to do that, so I don't let them do it. I'm not selling them backdoors or any kind of other immoral things to sell, make money from, or, you know, use for other business against moral rights, which moral rights are in the program. You have to have copyright for somebody else is going to say, well, you want to, but don't need that. No, it's got to work. Display add screen. So this is for the addition to the record. You want to say get remaining field, read OK. So this was done a bit faster. Level 4. This is level 4 delete. Seek product number. So the first one obviously is to add the product number, right? Yeah, seek product number if found. No. Yes, display error message. Then if product number equal blank. No, okay, no. Do all, not okay. Display error message. If yes, the product number is blank, okay. Because somebody gave a blank field, just hit enter. So this program is designed to detect it. It's not gonna be doing nothing. It's gonna say there's an error. Okay. Do while not okay. Okay, yeah. Say get out. Process okay. Read okay. If okay, yes. Append blank. So why do I have an email address that say keep okay, right? If I don't use that in my program, I mean, I wouldn't be okay. Would it be okay? I don't know. I don't think so. If there would be something that's not okay, that I say it's okay, I wouldn't have a hard time to, to keep it okay, right? And if somebody else is trying to interfere against it to be okay, well, who am I to be trying to make them seem like if they're trying to keep it okay when they didn't never and might not even have the power for it, while other people are actually paying them for it, but they're lying, they're doing fraud and all kind of other things. Yeah. So delete. This was add, delete pack. So it's to pack the file, because once it's deleted, the file has to be recompiled. Display change screen. So there's a record of the deletion there. It doesn't show up in the file anymore. But when was it deleted, and how was it deleted? Why was it deleted? So on, right? There's a change. Say get field with variable. Say get everything okay. Say get okay to process. Replace field. So this is the field to replace. Display sales screen. Get remaining. Say everything okay. Calculation. Replace product file. Append blank. Replace transaction file. For blank. Quantity on hand. If quantity on hand greater than, if quantity is greater than hand, yes, okay, no. And if, so if no, it's either yes or no anyway. So yeah, you only need one of those conditions to be clear. Like if okay, yes. If it's okay, that's the test. If it's not okay, then that's the end, and that's it. So if you have a sale, that's it. The money goes in. How much you sell it for, 0. Display good screen. Do while not okay. Say get remaining field. Calculation. Replace product file. So none of that is to get overboard and take it out of context. If somebody did that, like we need another program to take that into account. I don't think so. Like this is already taken care of. We don't need this kind of abuse of logic and other psychological warfare from their stupid, immoral, justification. These guys are running programs that are fucking the worst than immoral anyways, and then after that they try to blame other people for it. After they're already trying to violate their moral rights, well, I don't think it's friendly. I don't think it's friendly to be misrepresenting them as friendly when they're definitely not friendly, and they're lying about it. They're traitors, and they've been indicted for life. They're not getting out of jail. These guys are actually paying them. I don't trust the guy that put him in jail for it, and I don't trust them either. So they're both as treacherous. Yeah. New password. This is level 5. We're on level 4. Yeah, it's now 11:57, so I'm gonna go to sleep actually. And this is it. This is page number 1, 7/17/92. So I was right. This was done in July. It's very hard to see. I can't believe this is reflecting so much. Yeah, 7/17/92. That's July 17/92. Company name, title, product report. So here, product number, name. Product number A459, Waddle clip. Quantity on hand 1,092. Value on hand $3,079.44. Quantity sold 8,144. Value sold 22,966.08 cents. J3 baseball bat. Quantity on hand 0, value on hand 0, quantity sold 45, value sold 921. So the total is 379.44, value on hand, and the value sold 23,887.08. Structure for database CPRFDBF. So this is a database file. Number of data record 2. Date of last update 7/17/92. Field name type with decimal. So this is the transaction file here. This is the structure that I have. So all those fields are, this is actually pre-programmed inside the database program because I don't have to, you know, code it. But in C you have to code it, and then the COBOL as well, but it doesn't have the same structure, and then GW Basics a little bit different, but it's pretty similar. So product name's a file, it's a character, type character, width is 15 character. Product number character is a 5-digit, so A-459 is 5 character, J-3 is 5 character. Quantity sell price numeric 6, and then 2 decimals, so 6 is for 100,000, right? Quantity on hand numeric 4 is for thousands, yeah, and then quantity sold numeric 4 is for also 1,000, and then total value of sale numeric 8 . Yes, this is the last line. So this is 10 million actually, with 2 decimals. So total 43. So this is the width of all the total, because this goes on well, anyways, I calculated the total, but it doesn't have anything. Structure for database, number of data record 717, product number, product transaction code. So this is another file, transaction file, product file, all that's it. Transaction code 1, there's a 1 code for sale or receive and so on. Other product number is the same, product number 5. Quantity transaction numeric is that's for the 1,000. Discount rate, so you can have a discount for your product, right? And this is where it goes. That's 6 characters, so 100,000 to the decimal. Transaction date, that's a 8-digit format, and the date format numeric was the other one, so 25 characters. Width, structure for database password, number of data record 3, so there was 1 sale for the transaction, 3 password character, width 4, total 5. So field 1 password, so I don't know why it's 5, but anyways, there is 5. So record waddle clip, sell price 282. Yeah, the sell price we didn't have on there, so this is for probably a transaction file. Yeah, that's right. The product file doesn't have the value of the sell price, because that's only for the transaction. Now obviously the sell price can vary, and you have a discount, so that explains. Quantity sold 81.44. Okay, I'm gonna put that. This yeah, I don't have that. A bit further. Yeah, okay. Company name, title, product report. Okay, so this is cut here, but there's J, transaction code 45. Discount rate 45.88, so there's a discount on it. So record password A100, B200, C300. Company name, title. And so this is product report, right? And that's it. We're back to the first page. So this is it. We went through everything. I'll show you the original. There's color on it. The color shows up here. This is the exact same thing. We're going to review one thing here. So these pages are separated, and then so are these. But the dot matrix holes there, nicely enough, are still intact, except for the first part. So this was restapled. Okay, so the rest is the same. We got that. I have to restaple this. This is the actual. Now, this is a copy of the original. Right. So this is the one that I did, the inventory program, and there's another one. This is just the final for the DBase 3 Plus, and of course that's not the. And there's a sample of the report format that I have here. Number of characters, the date format, quantity, discount amount. There's 99 million. Oh no, 1 million. Yeah. So 2 million fits. Menu choice, record item for marking. Diskette containing the program. So that diskette was stolen from me. Okay, and I give that to the teacher. I got my grade for it and everything. Now they're trying to misrepresent me like if I didn't after that. Well, obviously, I'm charging for it because not only am I going to redo it, but I'm also going to be recording and registering how they're actually attacking me with this and trying to be misrepresenting it, because I'm not going to be associating with them or, trying to let them get away with it. They're going to be investigated. I report them to the military. So DBase 3 Plus Project B, pricing program, design flow chart and write a program to perform the following tasks. So this one is a pricing program. This is the one I didn't do. But you hired by the Vice President of Manufacturing Company to prepare a retail price list of all product manufactured by the company. You should determine the name of the company and use. So this is it's a program to actually calculate the best pricing system. And it can get pretty complicated because you have different reasons why you want to adjust your price to the competition. So you have to do more analysis, and then this is where it gets more complicated. But this is the design flow chart and write a program to perform following tests. You're hired by the Vice President company, manufacturing company to prepare an inventory report of all product manufactured for that company. You should determine the name of the company and use in all reports and screen designs. There are two types of files: product file, transaction file. The product file consists of all of the product and name of the company. The transaction file contains a record of all transactions that occurred in the product file. So you don't have a transaction without a product, right? You first need to have the product on your inventory to be able to deal with the transaction. So that's why the first menu is the one that's dealt with. Then there's more. Some of them were not in use. Yeah, there's quite a few. Calculate and print transaction report. So I skipped a few of them, but this was after. Yeah, this was confirmed. Now, that's not all. Four scans on disk. So this was done in the year 2000, December 2000. So just before the 9/11, yeah, December. This is the same. So list of photocopies, prices that I paid for. Let's see, 70 cents. I don't know, 50 cents per scan. These were also scanned. $1.25. One step variety. Yeah, so this is quite good. My food is ready actually. Yeah. So here I have two pages, both the same. There's the textbook. This one is a list of the chapters 6 and 7, or 9, 10, Wednesday, Thursday. So system design, construction, input screen, chapter 13, session 13, 14. So chapter 12. Let me see. Does it say system design? Because this was the system design. You had to do that after. Oh, system design using multiple files. So it sure does. I never noticed that. But this is the part, like the last course we did that I graduated 99%. This is what it is about here. And it has system planning. Obviously, select alias and multiple files. Design alias for files. Chaining files with set relations. Writing a program to display record. Yeah. Chapter summary, key term, command summary. Debug, debase, self-check question, try it yourself, programming project. Yeah, well, that's it. So, okay, now let's go here. Introduction to DBase 3 processing and command construction. Creating and maintaining database. The system and command construction. So this is how you enter the command into the program, which is the DBase 3 Plus program. There's an assistant that helps you with that. Reports and label, programming in DBase 3 Plus. So this is the actual program. Looping. So then you start to do some program. Looping is to repeat a routine, a subroutine for the program. Control command. If, and if. Do case and case command and menus. So this is how to set up menu in DBase 3 Plus. The complete system. So this DBase 3 Plus it has a menu system actually. So it helps you build menus faster for your database, and the files are actual database. All the records for the file are built into a database program, database system, which the menu are designed to be integrated with the program. So it's very well organized. It's like it's a high-level language, right? So a complete system, nesting structure. So this is how to actually build routine in your menu. Indexing and sorting. So this is how to do index and sort order, like to do actual searching for your files, like to store the data and then how to organize them. So you can, when you have an index, you can sort the records and index them in a sort order. Constructing input screen. So the index, usually you have an index, a record with multiple fields. So one of those fields is going to be your index, like for the product number or the name. Constructing input screen. So this is for the input screen. So you have a menu, you have an input screen for the menu. So it shows you how to make different input screen lines. So this is, the input is for like the mouse control, the keyboard control. You have different kind of controls. And then system design functions. You have a few functions that are already there, and then the project. This is what we did in the test, the exam. So that's it. And it seems easy, and it's not easy, because like if you check out the pricing program, this got very complicated, because the pricing for the Bitcoin, it went up to 10 times more than the value of NASDAQ. So, and then I got a new market, which is just before, like this is Wednesday, June 24, assignment 3, self-check question. Is it possible to have more than one FRM file per DBF file? Answer: yes, it is possible to have more than one there's a format file per DBF file. However, every FRM file operates on only one DBF file, or a variation of only one DBF file, same fields. So, although it's possible to have more than one form file per DBF file, every FRM file operates on only one DBF file. So The FRM file can be more than one, but they will be assigned to only one DBF file. They cannot be working on two DBF files. What would have happened is that a different FRM file would be on a variation of the DBF file with the same, even if it has the same field. And there's some other thing. This was a test, right? So, so there's more here. I'm gonna put that back in there, and that's it. End of string. I wish I'd like. It would be nice to scan those and redo a video, because all the pages would be flat on the screen. From the scan, I would be able to go over it with a marker, and then that would be easier to verify that, because I'm still using it myself for other design for other intellectual property, and that the Copyright Office was found to be trying to be justifying to interfere. So I might have to redesign systems based upon this and do all the logic separately to, you know, prove the actual right that I have for the patent. But since it was a course that I actually paid for, and these guys are trying to steal from me, well, you know, we have a, yeah, we're at war, so I'm not gonna be. I got a confirmation from military intelligence. They're not just violating treaties there. They would be dead a long time ago for that. Yeah, they're not friendly at all. So yeah, for some reason, the court that I'm going to law school, they do have prison for that. That they keep those guys in. I'm sure they're gonna be there for a long time, or they're already dead from it, from the court execution. So that's it. What else? What else? Yeah, I'm gonna type it in chat here. End of stream. Okay, that was it. Last Friday I couldn't even go to sleep, and that's it. Too tired. It's now almost 1 o'clock, 12:15.